Hey everyone, this is Car Ray Rob.
Where I'm Ray.
And I'm Rob.
And we want to welcome you to our new episode of Say Hello to My Little Film.
Hey there, it'll be just a little while till Ray and Rob spit their spittle. Come on, check out of the hospital. So grab some of your best peanut brittle. This will be a darn good transmittal. And say hello to my little film.
That's right, everyone. We are back with a brand new episode of Say Hello to My Little Film, but this is a different type of episode.
Yep, because
in a sense.
Yeah, this is the fifth week of this month,
yes.
And we've run out of we've run out of movies. Like I've shown you one, you've shown me one.
Right?
What do we do now?
Unfair. It can't be unfair. So what do we do on those months? It is time for a very special kids edition of Say Hello to My Little Film, starring our favorite guest in studio, Mr. KittyKaiju.
Hello guys, I'm back. I know you've been waiting for this. You have been giving these two your money. And
no
maybe you could give me your money a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna split everything we make off this episode with
Absolutely.
you equally. I promise you that.
A third. Everything we make, you get a third.
Now,
Third
last
nothing.
year we had KittyKaiju on a couple times, and you liked every movie we showed you, right?
Yeah, I would say Hook is the best. But I liked Hook. I like Dumb and Dumber.
Last Starfighter.
Yeah, I love that too. That was pretty good.
Absolutely. Before we get started, though, if you have not ever watched any of our, or listened, we are an auditory platform. If you've never listened to one of our shows, Ray, why don't you let everybody know what it is we do here?
Well, what we're doing here today is we are introducing a movie that me and Rob love to Mr. KittyKaiju, and it's a movie he's never seen before. He's heard us quote it to death. And we're going to see if we can get him to like this movie as much as we do.
Absolutely. We call that our fresh perspective on a retrospective review.
A movie you guys love, one I've never seen, and one you quote to death. Narrows it down so much.
There's still a plethora of possibilities there.
It's infinite. But so I'm going to give you a little hint before we get started and let you know what it is. So what we're going to be showing you today is a parody. You know what parody is, right?
Yeah, like Weird Al.
Exactly like Weird Al.
This is the visual representation of Weird Al.
Exactly. You take something that everybody knows and you kind of turn it on its head, make it comical, make it funny. And we are going to be showing you one of these from a living legend.
Barely still living, but he is living, people.
He is still living.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is he living? Yeah. So, I'm excited for whatever you got. Oh, what I meant to say was, what do you got?
What do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
Well, Mr. KittyKaiju, what we have for you today is the 1987 space opera parody, Spaceballs.
Hooray! Yeah.
Spaceballs the movie.
Spaceballs the movie.
I thought you were going to say, well, we don't got for you today. That's
true.
A different quote from the movie.
That is. But it is directed by the living legend Mel Brooks, who is still alive, barely, as Ray said.
Barely.
Pushing 100. Yep.
Pushing 100.
Pushing 100.
And he's getting ready to make a sequel to this movie as well.
Okay, when is that coming out? 2027?
Yes, 2027, I believe.
2027, yeah.
Why is everything coming out in 2027, man? Like, guys, lay off in 2027. It's not that deep.
2027 is going to be epic. But this movie is epic. Has to be absolutely one of the most quotable movies out there.
Absolutely.
I mean, I would have to debate if it's the best parody of all time, but if it's not, it's in the top 3.
I would definitely say it's in the top 3.
Yeah, it's a just all-time classic for at least for people our age.
Absolutely. Especially for any Star Wars
age.
fans.
1922.
Well, that's what we're going to test. We're going to test if it is as epic for people your age.
That's right. But like I said, if you're a Star Wars fan, which you've seen all the Star Wars movies.
Well, I haven't seen all of them. I haven't seen Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, you're not missing anything.
I know. But I've seen the good ones.
There you go.
And I do not care what any of you say. The prequels are better than the original trilogy.
Whoa.
Fight me.
Whoa.
Fight me.
Such a Gen Alpha
I was
thing
going to say, it is such a Gen. I have noticed that. That is insane.
Fight me.
Okay.
I will give you my address. Fight me.
Maybe it's just because when they were released, I don't know, but I have noticed that Gen Alpha
Yeah.
really do, even
Well,
Gen Z to a certain degree.
I can see how like you go
love.
back, like New Hope might feel slower and
Yeah.
stuff than what we're typical how we're raised to watch movies nowadays. But
Now, don't get me wrong. The original trilogy is really good. Like, New Hope is really good. Empire Strikes Back is also really good. Return of the Jedi, also really good. I watched them when I was really little, so I don't really remember. But I've played the Lego Star Wars games. It's fine, guys.
that's true. As long as you play the Lego Star Wars games, you'll be fine watching Spaceballs. You're gonna get all the Star Wars references and all that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like the dancing chairs. I don't think that was in the movie, but it was in the Lego Star Wars games, so it's canon.
Exactly. But as we've kind of alluded to, this is a parody of Star Wars, and it centers on Lonestar, played by the great Bill Pullman, and his alien sidekick Barf,
Played by John
played
Candy.
by John Candy. John Candy back on Say Hello to My Little Film.
Rest in peace.
Or was it no? He was on a
Well,
Hello Movies because we
yeah.
did Harry Crumb. That's
Yeah.
what it was. But they have to rescue Princess
Well, he
Vespa.
has been on John Candy has been on Say Hello.
What did we do?
He was in that Canadian movie when he was
The Silent Partner.
The Silent Partner.
You're right. He was. Thank you for reminding me of that. But
The dementia's finally kicking in.
hey. But yeah, so and they have to rescue Princess Vespa from the planet Druidia and her droid Dot Matrix, voiced by the great Joan Rivers,
Yep.
and from being captured by President Scroob, played by Mel Brooks himself, and Lord Helmet, by the great Rick Moranis.
Casting yourself in your own movie is kind of crazy.
He's in all of his
He's
own
in all of
movies.
his own movies.
I don't know if he's in the producers.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, that was the one I can't remember. But this is Rick Moranis' second turn on Say Hello because we did Streets of Fire.
Absolutely. So when you have this many great actors in one movie, they're going to show up multiple times in the podcast.
Absolutely. But we've been really excited to show you this movie because, as you said, we quote it pretty constantly.
Yeah, it's probably one of the top 3 things you guys quote.
There you go.
And now you're going to be in on the joke. And now you're going to be
in on the joke.
expected to make quotes from this movie and participate in the conversation.
Can you do that before we even start? Can you commit to that kind of pressure?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I like quoting things, usually only stuff that I alone have watched, and sort of just random things that I haven't watched. But yeah, like, I'll watch a trailer, and there'll be a random, slightly comedic quote from it. And I'll just remember that, and just quote it randomly, and just say random things that no one understands.
The apple of our eye.
There you go. Well, it is that time where we are going to take Mr. KittyKaiju to watch Spaceballs. If for some strange reason you have not seen Spaceballs, or you just want to
Amend that.
revisit it, exactly, do it now. If you are also sharing it with a loved one, a young loved one, this is also the time to do that as well. We're gonna go show this to Mr. KittyKaiju, and we will be right back to see if he loved this movie as much as we do.
Ray and Rob are currently watching the film. You may be also watching the film. If you're not, then you're listening to me say that Ray and Rob are watching the film. They'll be right back when they're done watching the film.
All right, everyone, we are back. We are back from the planet Druidia. We are back from planet Spaceball, and it is time to break down this movie and see if Mr. KittyKaiju loved it as much as we do.
Hello, I am back. I know you guys missed me for that, like 15 seconds while we
Longer
were
than that. I think
watching
it's like a minute.
the
Almost a minute.
film.
But back to Spaceballs. Yeah, obviously this is a pillar of parody.
Oh,
You know,
sure.
of a genre that has been done a million times at this point. This is still a movie, for me, that still stands out as one of the best to ever do it.
Yes,
Okay.
I think so. I think this is probably like I said, it's right up there for my favorite Mel Brooks movies. It's definitely my top 3, if not my favorite movie. I love Star Wars, so the fact that this is done so well is awesome. And they even sneak in one little Star Trek joke with the beaming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But everybody knows we love the movie. So now we need to dive into you, Mr. KittyKaiju. We need to find out what you think about Spaceballs. So, I know you're not the biggest Star Wars fan.
No, I'd say I'm a pretty casual fan. Like, I've watched, like, all of the movies except, Rise of Skywalker. I know you said I wasn't missing anything.
You're not.
You're not allowed to
Um,
watch that movie.
Yeah. But, like, I've watched The Mandalorian, I've watched The Book of Boba Fett, I've watched, like, most of the shows, and, like, it's a cool universe just because of how versatile it is. Like, the concept, like, you can do almost
Laser
anything with
swords.
that, you know?
Yes.
And I think it's a highly versatile concept that has inspired a multitude of other things.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
movie, Spaceballs.
This-
Fire
Yeah,
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
Right. Well, and the funny thing about that is that this was made in 1987. So when this was made, the only thing that existed
just
was
the
the
three.
original trilogy.
Yeah.
And
So-
the Christmas special.
And the Christmas special and the Ewoks,
Ewoks,
movies.
yeah.
But, up to this point, there
Yeah.
was not this universe necessarily that we have now. The prequel trilogy, which you proclaimed your love for in the beginning
Yeah,
section.
yeah, fight me. Fight me. I
I-
don't care.
You know what? That's fine. I'm going to let you have
Yeah.
your
It's a
opinion.
love
I mean,
Revenge
at
of the
least we
Sith.
can agree that the sequel trilogy is garbage, except Force Awakens. Force Awakens is pretty good.
I like
but-
Last Jedi.
I like The Last Jedi. I actually
Yeah.
go to the map for The Last Jedi in a lot of things. But
Yeah,
couple
I
things I'd
haven't,
take
I haven't
out, but-
watched The Last Jedi since I was like 2, 3, something like that.
Yeah,
I
you
don't.
should-
I don't think I could even read when I watched it.
No, I don't believe that, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't
But that just tells me we need to rewatch it.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Spaceballs then. So obviously, they've got the titular characters, the
Mhm.
Spaceballs themselves, the
Yeah.
dark helmet and all of the,
Yeah.
And
the
Scroob.
and President Scroob, played by the great Mel Brooks himself.
Yeah.
And I always remember as a kid really loving Dark Helmet,
Oh yeah.
like as a character. But I could see
And
possibly-
Safari helmets.
in the safari, like exactly the way they were able to kind of take the big helmet angle and morph it into different things. Whereas like in Star Wars, Darth Vader's helmet's always Darth Vader's helmet. You never
Yeah.
see him anything but that. But in this, he does some different things. What about you, Mr. KittyKaiju? What did you think of Dark Helmet as a villain?
I thought he was pretty good. I loved his deep-seated hatred for President Scroob. I
Sure.
thought that was a really great character angle, and his helmet is just hilarious,
Yeah.
and the way it's used comedically.
It also does have like very like anime-ish look to it. Like I kind of like when you see a lot of old like Darth Vader anime looks. Like that
Yeah.
kind of is what Dark Helmet's like facial design is.
Yeah, I can see that. He also wears that necktie.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
I like, it's funny. It's something I feel like you could even miss on your
Yeah.
first version. Did you even
Yeah, I
notice that?
missed
Did
it.
you miss it? He was wearing a necktie the whole time.
Weird.
Yeah,
I did not
it's
notice.
part
He's
of it.
professional.
Right. I mean, it's a very professional
He's a
environment.
professional guy.
But exactly.
He's a gentleman. He's a gentleman.
But so you've got this whole empire system in place, and he's kind of sitting at the top of it. There's no. So you got President Scrooge, who I guess is technically kind of the Emperor-esque type
Yeah.
character, but they kind of, they stay away from the Force, like him being part of the Force
Yeah.
or the Schwartz, as
he's
it were.
he's just a bureaucrat. Like
Right.
that's it.
It's almost more scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of have this like
Paperwork.
we haven't really
taxes.
explained Darth Vader. Like, is
Gas
Darth Vader just
prices.
work for people? Yeah, so
Right.
it's weird, but it's good because that gets him to hate the president too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you've got them on their side, which and I think they do a great job of kind of riffing on, like I said, this empire that they have. Some of the technological stuff. Obviously they do the
Living in balls.
exactly like they actually literally live in balls, which is hilarious. A lot of ball jokes.
Gotta get those.
Say goodbye to your two best friends.
Exactly. And then even things with like the video, and
Oh,
like.
Yeah, it's
Like
the best.
where he's like trying to Spaceballs, where they got home video now.
Yeah.
Spaceballs on home video.
What's happening now
Yeah,
is
the meta
happening
jokes.
now.
Which if for all of those
How?
OG Car Ray Rob fans who used to watch us on YouTube and remember
wow.
how we used to end every video with a movie quote, That was one of the ones that we did, and I actually did a little special effects on that one, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we did.
That one was crazy.
Oh, I remember your
Do you
old
remember?
Yvonne Moldy videos. I once saw the one about Alien Covenant.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
and
telling
how
you.
it's terrible.
Yeah, oh yeah, that movie's awful. But it's
Effing
just,
chat.
it is.
Could
But,
never be me.
but it's just funny because, again, it's those visuals that just stick with you.
Going to
after this movie is
plaid,
over.
I think is great. That's
Ooh, plaid.
every time I watch that scene, I don't know if I was scrolling on my phone, I would stop just to watch. I just love that scene. Like,
I don't
we can't
understand.
slow. We have to slow down first.
Right.
That whole thing.
I don't really understand why people hate on plaid. Like, I know this is
Oh.
unrelated to the movie, but why do people hate on it? Like,
I mean, some people just can't wear plaid.
Mhm.
Yeah,
yeah,
can't
some
pull it
people.
off.
Yeah,
Too many lines.
I know people.
I don't know if
who
Uncle
can't
Ray
pull
could
it off.
pull off plaid.
Oh,
Mhm.
he can.
oh, I can't.
He
Uncle Ray
said
has gone to
he
plaid.
can't.
But
Oh, I'm imagining it. Oh.
but it is funny because they take the whole empire and kind of I called President Scrooge a bureaucrat, and that's and they kind of play that up as far as like the dynamics of the villain go, and there's a what do you want to call it when you hire your relatives, nepotism. There's obviously
Little
a little nepotism problem going on in
Nepotism.
major asshole.
Yeah, there's too many
Yeah.
assholes.
Exactly. How
Well, so of all these classic scenes, okay, what was your favorite of these like dark helmet type scenes? Because there's the home video one is classic.
Yeah.
Going to plaid is classic.
Yeah.
Finding how many assholes are working for him is classic
I
stuff.
like that.
Scrooge
That
coming,
was-
Scrooge beaming him backwards, looking at his fat butt.
How many is on here anyway? Yo,
Yeah.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
I feel that.
Just
Do you?
classic stuff.
I can relate to that. I strongly relate to that.
Well, not now, I hope.
No. I mean, just like, yeah.
In life.
Yeah, in life. In life.
There you go.
One thing that I never thought, if we switch gears to the other side, not the
The light
rebels,
side. You've got the
but-
light side. I got the dark side.
Yeah,
Join
there's
the
two sides to
light
every Schwartz.
side.
Right.
But like when you think about Lone Star himself, like I think for 90% of the movie, really he's just Han Solo.
Yeah.
Which I always find interesting. I was like, well, it's interesting that you're going to make a parody of Star Wars, but you don't really have a Luke Skywalker
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
But he kind of does turn into Luke Skywalker a little bit at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, with his lightsaber fight.
Yeah, he has his
Kinda.
Schwartz, and he does become
Yeah.
a prince, and so he is kind of this.
Say goodbye
hero.
to your two best friends.
But for the most part, the plot is take out Luke Skywalker, then do Star Wars, which is an
Right.
interesting twist because he's obviously the central figure to Star
Yeah.
Wars.
Yeah. And it could just be because of this, needing to, I guess, condense the cast
Yeah.
down, because, I mean, obviously you've got these two relatively large groups of people, on that side. You've got the Chewbacca character and Barf. You've got Princess Leia and Princess Vespa. You've got Dot Matrix.
C-3PO, but
And
we have no
C-3PO.
R2-D2, and we
Right.
have no Luke Skywalker.
And to be fair, in a lot of Star Wars, like that core group isn't always together that often.
No.
And pretty much they are together completely from beginning to end in this movie, more or less.
Yeah.
Princess
Once they
Vespa
save her, yeah.
she does get kidnapped once, but that's basically it. Otherwise, they're pretty much always together.
Yeah.
So that could be a reason why they didn't
Yeah.
want to do
Wait,
that.
I just realized if they're condensing the cast down, what if it's like a joke that like to save money
Oh, sure.
or something like
They
that?
could- yeah, Mel Brooks definitely could have done that. Might
Yeah.
do that.
And like it's the subtext.
But maybe it also goes to that deeper conversation of who is the better character, Han Solo or Luke Skywalker.
That was a debate for a long time. Who was cooler?
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, it's
Luke's-
definitely Han Solo.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think anybody debates that anymore.
Yeah. And if you just
Luke
If-
Skywalker got ruined by the sequels.
What? I don't necessarily agree with that, but I guess I can see where you're coming from.
I don't know.
what about Mel Brooks playing two roles here, Yogurt and Mr. Scrooge, or are they the same person?
Oh.
Is there some lore building here?
Well, I mean, they always talk. I mean, that's what happens in the prequel trilogy to the
It's true.
original trilogy. The politician becomes the emperor. Maybe in the sequel, President Scrooge will become
search
the
for
emperor.
more money.
Exactly, the search for more money, and he will become.
We're getting that this year.
He'll become the
next year.
emperor, right?
Yeah.
And if he does, that just shows that they're ahead of their time.
Yeah, they saw it coming the whole
Right.
time. If they don't call this, I will say, if they don't call the sequel "The Quest for More Money," like even if that's not has nothing to do with the movie, you have to call it that.
Yeah.
You absolutely have to call it that.
Yeah. I think the creators of the film will respect themselves and the original movie enough
They
to
better.
name it The Search for More Money.
They better. They have to because
Yeah.
it'll just be. It'll feel so weird if they.
Otherwise, we are going to go on strike.
What do you think about like I love Barf but I do feel like I guess sometimes I watch this if I was ever going to try to be critical. I'm like John Candy doesn't have a ton of moments to really shine.
I guess, I mean, I guess it's fair that you could maybe consider him somewhat of a background role on that side of the,
Yeah.
the
Supporting
shorts.
character.
Right?
Just
a
like
supporting
Chewbacca,
character.
really.
Right,
but,
and
know,
that's
it's not
fair.
about him.
Yeah, but but the moments he has are great because I can't tell you how often in my day-to-day life now I talk about Mogs.
I'm a
Half
Mog.
man. I'm a Mog.
Half man, half dog. I'm my own best friend.
I
There you
mean,
go.
I'm sure Mr. KittyKaiju knew that line going into the movie.
Yeah, you say that daily. Like actually.
So it just goes to show that it's quality over
Yeah.
quantity.
I like when when they're arguing in the desert and Barf is breaking it up and he's like total humans, droids.
Right.
I like that Mog has a reference for human beings because he's half human.
Right.
They're total humans. So I just like that. I just like that
Total humans,
little bit of
droids.
thing there.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
I'm Barf. Not in here, mister. This is a Mercedes.
This is a Mercedes. Oh, Joan Rivers.
Save the princess, and if you can, bring
Try to
back the
save
car.
the car. Yeah. And it's obviously that's one of the great things about Spaceballs. Is just, I mean, it's so Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
Like all of the humor is very Mel Brooks. It fits so well in the sci-fi Star Wars universe. It just makes me think the man could parody anything. He's
Yeah.
the Weird Al of film.
Well, I think the stuff that makes it like classic is like it doesn't just spend all the time trying to make fun of Star Wars necessarily.
Right.
It just does stuff that's funny, like jamming the radar. Like that's
Right.
just using the medium or like the genre of like space movies and like, all right, well, they always talk jamming radar and stuff. So
Mhm.
let's jam a radar, and then you do it with actual jam.
Right.
It's tough. It's so tough.
I like what is it,
Jam.
raspberry or
Raspberry. It's raspberry.
Yeah, because he said only one person would dare give me the raspberry.
raspberry.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, guys. Can we just rant about how disgusting raspberries are?
Like you just like to eat raspberries.
Yeah, like raspberry flavored stuff. Genuinely the antichrist of fruit.
But that is
Like-
that is a pun there, I think, too. Like, isn't like a raspberry
Yeah,
when you
like
like blow up, somebody's
Yeah.
stomach. Just like only one person would give me the raspberry.
Oh.
So I wonder if Lonestar has done that to Dark Helmet. At
Oh,
one
that's
time.
funny. Well, but it's more likely the Dark Helmet's done that to other people because he's making faces behind that mask all the time.
It's true. One thing that I used to like really be low key jealous of with Dark Helmet was those action figures he was playing with. I used to always watch this and be like, I want to buy those and play, but I never. Yeah, I don't think there ever was Spaceball toys.
I don't think
Effing
so.
chat.
Right?
We can make some third party.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me now with like the collectible
Sure.
toy market that if somebody
Guys.
makes those toys.
We can make off-brand Spaceball figure.
But the funny thing is like
Or-
these are already a knockoff.
Yeah.
So it's like a knockoff of a knockoff.
Yeah.
It's when you make a copy of a copy and it's
Yeah.
not quite as sharp as the original.
We could. I think
copy
what
of
we
a
should
copy.
do. Yeah, no. I was saying is what I think we should do is we can make the figure. We can make action figures of the stuntmen.
Oh, there you
The,
go.
the stuntmen that they capture because there's probably no copyrights on them.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. That's such a good idea.
We've got this cracked down.
Yeah, man.
Oh, boy.
When at the end of the movie when the poor droid gets blown up, well not the droid but the Transformers ship into the Maid.
F and chat. Swing along.
It's a great joke when Dark Helmet and that little trio land and they do like the Planet of the Apes because it does look like the Statue of Liberty. But I'm also like, should have killed him.
Well,
But now they can be in the sequel,
They're gonna be in the
so-
sequel. That would actually be great if they like start out on the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
That would actually be really
Yeah.
funny.
Well, you have to pay
Something.
off the joke because they say there goes the planet. So
Right.
you have to see that. You have to come back to it and see the planet just absolutely destroyed.
Well, the funny thing is, there's also a couple other, you brought up Planet of the Apes, so obviously they don't just do Star Wars, they do some different stuff. You mentioned Star Trek. There was another one of Mr. KittyKaiju's
Star Wars?
favorite movies that was parody.
Starfire. Or wait, no.
No, not from the show, just in general. They parodied another one of your favorite movies towards the end in the diner.
Alien.
There you go. There
Yeah.
it is.
I forgot. I was I
Hello,
thought
my baby.
you were
Hello,
saying
my
a
darling.
different parody movie.
Oh no, yeah, just another. They parodied another one of your favorite movies, which is Alien.
Yeah,
so
so you
yeah,
get
that
Star
was,
Trek and a little Alice in Wonderland when they
Right.
first see yogurt.
yeah,
A lot of movies get their time here.
yeah. You mean the Wizard of Oz?
Wizard of Oz. What did I say?
You said the Alice in Wonderland.
Weird.
Road to
He's the
Oz?
caterpillar. He's
Weird.
smoking out.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Smoking the
Wizard of
hookah.
Oz.
Road to Oz? Nah. Road to Ozempic.
Oh.
I saw like an unwearable t-shirt and it was just all of the Wizard of Oz characters, but just hilariously skinny, and it said the road to Ozempic.
That makes sense.
That's the path.
That's
Mel
the
Brooks
modern
paid
world we
for us
live
with
in
parody.
now.
Yeah, parody now happens millions of times a day on TV shirts.
Right.
Yeah. And
Hats.
the Scrooge being a bureaucrat. It's all fallen into place.
There you go. Who is your favorite character in the movie? How about we talked a little bit about your favorite scenes. What about your favorite character?
I don't know. I like Dark Helmet, but I also like Dot.
Oh,
Like,
you like Dot
she's
Matrix?
yeah, she's like
Okay.
a supporting character,
Sure.
but like she just adds so much to the movie.
Yeah.
Just like that spice. Yeah. And like she's just good for is it called comedic relief?
Yeah, comic relief.
Yeah, comic
Well,
relief.
I mean, to be fair, she's voiced by Joan Rivers, who
Yes.
she was a
Comedic genius.
comedic genius. Yes,
Oh.
I know you're not very familiar with Joan Rivers. She passed away in 2014 before you were even born.
F and chat.
But yeah, Joan Rivers is an absolute classic. So having her be in this movie was obviously amazing.
I do think Dark Helmet is kind of like supposed to be the best character.
yeah.
He gets all the juiciest jokes, and he gets made fun of, but he also,
Say goodbye to your two best.
Is that your favorite joke?
Yeah,
You've said it quite
I've
a bit.
rehashed that twice already.
I think
Like,
my-
was gonna say, you're saying that quite
I
a
think
bit.
my favorite joke is the combing the desert. Maybe of all of them,
Yeah.
I think the combing the desert. We ain't found.
Yeah,
Like that, this whole scene there, I think is great.
absolutely. It's
Combing the desert. Do you think we're being too literal here?
No, he said comb the desert. We're combing it. And that's the thing. Like, it's just those classic kind of Mel Brooks type wordplay jokes.
Yeah.
The stuff that, like you said, is taken too literally. I mean, it's just, I don't feel like anybody does it quite like him.
No, he has this like Mel Brooks has that balance, or I don't even know if it's balanced. Maybe it's unbalanced, and that's what's great about it. But it's kind of like too raucous. It's too, but it sometimes the jokes are like they're kid friendly, and some of the jokes are really adult, and some
Right.
some things are like you don't even hear it if you're not listening careful, and some jokes are right there in front of you, like really obvious and
Yeah.
stuff. So I think he just has a great balance, and the hard thing I think you make a parody like movie like this would be like, when is it too much? And so
Right.
sometimes it can become too much, too low hanging fruit. So I think that's where
you
Mel
never
Brooks.
know.
Yeah, I think that's where Mel Brooks genius is where he draws the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and, even with, we brought up Dark Helmet, your favorite character, Dark Helmet. I think the great thing about Dark Helmet is the kind of reverse of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Finding the comedy in the reverse. So, like, casting Rick Moranis to be Darth
Very
Vader,
short.
like Dark Helmet. Right, very short, very wimpy.
Overcompensating with a big
Right.
helmet.
Exactly. I mean, we did
I bet
Streets
she
of
gives
Fire.
great helmet.
She probably does.
Ah!
But we did Streets of Fire.
Yeah.
Where for Say Hello, and that was he played a villain-esque type character in that, but he was like kind of supposed to be serious in that movie. So in this,
Yeah.
he's kind of playing the comedic version of the villain.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I mean it's again classic performance for Rick Moranis.
Yeah, it's just a great idea for what to do to Darth Vader in a movie like this.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about how goofy Princess Vespa's nose was before she got the rhinoplasty?
Well, I think that's supposed to be the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Very Wicked Witch of the West.
yeah, exactly. Like, get your like looking awe. Like,
Right.
bro, how does that even happen? How are you born with that?
We're gonna
Like,
give her original nose back. You
Like-
wouldn't.
Again, another great scene. Because yes, the whole nose gag is great, and then you've got the luggage gag at the same time. 'Cause the
Yeah.
password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the combination.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
that's the same password I have on my luggage.
Yeah, they don't waste any space. Like the movie is nonstop jokes. Almost any scene, you're always like, all right, I know this joke's coming that I love,
Yeah.
or this joke's coming that I equally love.
Yeah.
So there's a home run in every scene, really.
Yeah. Well, and just to kind of pick apart every element of like Star Wars, and not just Star Wars the movie, but like the phenomenon of Star Wars, even down to like talking about the merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made, because that was absolutely how Star Wars was.
Star Wars basically reinvented action figures.
Toyetic media. It's like I feel like every popular thing like that from like the 80s is toyetic. Like Transformers, G.I. Joe, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Star Wars, Power Rangers.
Did you say
He-Man?
Oh, He-Man. Yeah. It's all toyetic.
Yeah.
And like even now, like all of those are still going on and they're still toyetic.
Well, not only that, but the kids that were buying them now are the adults that are buying them now. You know what I mean?
Because we threw them away and we wish we didn't, so we have to rebuy it.
Well, because they're remaking them again in certain regards. So it's like, you know, they become a collectible culture, like a collectible culture.
Like vintage Transformers figures go for like $600 on Amazon.
Yeah.
Like I saw
and
this.
Your dad used to have a ton of them.
Not Transformers. That was
you said Transformers? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm singing Star Wars.
I inherited those.
Yes.
Yeah. So like, lost my thought. Like vintage Transformers are so expensive now. Like, I once saw this vintage Astro Train on Amazon. That was like $200, and there was this other one. I can't remember what it was, but it was like a multi-pack. There were multiple figures in it, and that's like $700. Like,
you just wanted to slip that in there.
Well, you can thank Star Wars for that. I mean, that's really where that all came from.
Yeah. Well, I think it came from weird comic strips from the 20s, and they were selling weird metal pistols with actual gunpowder in them to kids.
Well, yeah, I don't mean they invented toys. But they invented the market of like, oh my God, we can sell a ton of these toys.
Yeah.
Well, again, and making it such an integral part of like the blockbuster movie is the merchandising element of it. And like you said, the toys being such a huge part of that.
Like my Transformers collection.
Right.
Like all of my figures, most of my figures are from some sort of movie. Like I have a bunch of SS-86 ones. Like I got the SS-86 Constructicons. I got Thundercracker, SS-86 Thundercracker. Like I got Last Night Barricade. I got Bumblebee movie Bumblebee.
Right.
Like, yeah. And, like, even from video games, like, I got Devastation Sideswipe, Devastation Wheeljack.
Yeah.
Like, all of these figures, or most of them, have come from some sort of media.
Yeah.
Except for Age of the Primes. That's, like, a completely original line.
Sure.
But, like, they're still G1 style. Like, I have Age of the Primes, Spinister, Top Spin, and, Skydive. They're all G1 style.
Yeah. Well, you know, we talked a lot about Transformers. There's literally a Transformer in this movie.
Yep, the ship itself. The overly long ship. I love how they start that movie, too. Because, you know, when you start a Star Wars movie, you have to have a ship passing by the camera. And so have the one that just seems like it's never going to stop is a great little ode and joke.
Yeah. And then even have, like, the bumper sticker on it.
Yeah. We break for nobody.
Well, we've talked a lot about the movie, you know, your favorite parts, favorite scenes, favorite characters, that kind of thing. But the whole point of this is to find out if you liked the movie at all, because you can have a favorite part and still not like the movie. So, Mr. KittyKaiju, we got to know for our first kids edition of the year of Say Hello to My Little Film, did you like Spaceballs, and would you recommend it?
Okay. Can someone give me a drum roll? Drum roll, please. It was good. It was solid. It was definitely so. I hate to say this, and guys, don't jump me after I say this, but it was probably the worst Say Hello to My Little Film movie you have
so
shown.
far.
So far.
Wow.
Yeah, we can beat that. This is the worst movie so far.
So far. But there were good jokes. There were solid jokes, but I feel like it ended really fast, and they There was so much more they could have taken from Star Wars that they didn't have. You know,
like what?
Like all the stuff on Tatooine, and like all the stuff like
you
that.
Take out Luke Skywalker. You're taking out a lot.
Taking out Tatooine.
Like, and all of the stuff, like the iconic scene at the beginning of New Hope when Darth Vader's going through the hallway choking all those dudes.
Sure.
Like, they could have easily replicated that because the Resistance guys look like the Spaceball guys.
Sure.
With their helmets.
Yeah.
I get that.
And, like, Dark Helmet could have been like, you're incompetent, you know? And I feel like it's it's not bad by any means. It's like a really solid movie, and I would recommend it. It's yeah, but
I get what you're saying too, because I think with the third act, like there is a part of me where I was like, man, really nobody gets out of the Winnebago except Lonestar.
Right.
So like everybody else they're just sitting there waiting for it to end. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it is kind of like I wish there was more ways you can involve everybody and
Sure.
maybe kind of build up the tension a little bit there to kind of wrap it
Yeah.
up. But it is about the jokes, it's not about the
and
action.
I
and
feel
stuff.
like less of the I feel like a lot of the comedy didn't really hit for me.
Well, there's
You know?
probably a bit of the comedy you don't understand yet. Yeah. So there's certain elements of that I'm sure is the case. Okay, so another element of it, we've obviously talked about it quite a bit, is that this is a parody.
Yeah.
But I know you are a fan of Weird Al.
Yeah.
So you like parody comedy.
Yeah.
Because your mother doesn't.
Why?
She's not a big fan. Like there are certain she likes Weird Al, but she's not a huge fan. And
We'll
she does like
have to
Spaceballs.
have a
She
Scary
does like
movie, too.
Spaceballs, right? But she's not. She's like doesn't like scary movies, like those types of things. Like
And she doesn't want to watch Young Einstein.
right. She didn't want to watch Young Einstein.
She's got flaws. It's
Right.
okay.
She didn't want to watch Young
Yeah.
Einstein.
Yeah.
But
Nobody's perfect.
right. But I get where people. So there are
Yeah,
some people
some
who just
people
don't,
they just don't like it.
that kind
It's
of
too
comedy.
lowball.
But do you feel that way?
I mean, I think if it's done right, I feel like there are a lot of different kinds of humor that if done wrong, it's terrible, but if done right, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
And like offensive humor.
Oh,
like
sure.
the thing about offensive humor is it like if it's done well, it can be really funny.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not done well, then it's just stupid.
Yeah,
Sure,
it
I
sounds
get that.
mean. Sure.
Yeah.
I get that. But like I said, you like Weird Al. We gotta watch. You know what you gotta show you at some point is
Weird?
UHF.
Oh.
Weird. Well, no. Well, yes, you should watch Weird, but you should watch UHF because it's a parody, but it's not at
Yeah.
the same time. But I
It has parody elements.
definitely.
But we're gonna have to make sure we hit a home run with the next one we show them. Though we're
Well,
gonna have
yeah.
to really be careful. Now.
Yeah, we're gonna have to show you the best. Maybe go shoot for the best movie because Hook was your favorite from last
Yeah.
year, and that's hard to beat. I get that, but
Yeah, Hook was really good.
but you're gonna come back. You're gonna come back for another episode.
Yeah, man.
All right.
All right, good. We didn't.
As long as
sour
you
the
pay me a
taste.
third of whatever you make.
Yep. You get a third of whatever we make.
That's
Yeah.
that's signed in blood. We have to do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But before we go, Uncle Ray and I
Blood.
always do our, what you've been watching, what you recommend, and we're going to do that again for you, Mr. KittyKaiju. What have you been watching lately, and you might want to recommend to other people?
Like movies,
Shows,
TV
whatever,
shows.
movies,
Yeah.
TV shows.
I mean, I've kind of just been binging random episodes of Gumball.
That's fair.
Yeah. But I've been like rewatching the Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
Oh, okay.
I want to talk about this because I watched it this morning, and so it was really good. It's probably better than like every movie in the Bayverse combined, and like I'm a supporter of the Bayverse. Well, I'm not a supporter of the Bayverse. I think people are just enjoying it wrong. It's just a dumb, fun action movie. Like, ignore the characters, ignore the annoying little humans. Just watch the giant robots shoot each other.
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
I think people are taking them more seriously than they should be. You know.
That
That's
makes
fair.
a ton of
That's
sense.
fair.
Yeah, but Transformers: Rise of the Beast is really good.
I like Anthony Ramos.
I love him.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah, but I think the Terrorcons were a good change of villain.
Mm-hmm.
Would it have been better if there were like normal Decepticons? Probably. I feel like introducing Unicron in the second movie in the universe isn't really that great.
Mhm.
'Cause now like he's like the big bad of Transformers.
Mhm.
Like so you got like
There's nowhere to go up,
Megatron, the Fallen, Overlord, like guys like that. Then you got Unicron.
Mhm.
Unicron is a whole nother level, but he's sort of the big bad of Transformers, and I just don't know where they're gonna go with this universe because of the G.I. Joe thing. But let's talk about why this movie is awesome. So the action sequences are some of the best Transformer action sequences
There you go. You got it.
I have ever seen.
Uh-huh.
Like the action is just like all over the place. It feels like it's an actual battle.
Mhm.
You know? Like in the Bayverse, it was very one-sided. It's just like and like slow camera movements. But with this, it's like all angles and stuff. And it was like that in the Bumblebee movie too. And I really like the Bumblebee movie. I've just so much nostalgia for it. Shatter and Dropkick may be the greatest Decepticons ever created. Like, I don't care. They have so much aura. They're triple changers. They're just awesome. But basically, Rise of the Beast is really good. And I get people's issues about, like, the point of the movie and how they kind of just rehashed, like, the first 4 movies in the Bayverse with this weird alien doohickey that can destroy the world in the wrong hands, and it's in the wrong hands.
Sure.
Because that's the first Transformers with the cube. That's Revenge of the Fallen with the cube shard and the weird machine and the pyramid and Devastator's god testicles. It's in Dark of the Moon with the pillars for the space bridge. It's like that in Age of Extinction with the seed. And I guess the talisman is kind of the weird doohickey in The Last Night, kind of. But I feel like it's less.
It's the MacGuffin.
Yeah.
Yeah, the MacGuffin.
Exactly.
The thingamajig.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rise of the Beast is really good. I highly recommend it if you like Transformers action. They did Wheeljack so dirty. Oh yeah, and Wonder Man, Marvel's new series Wonder Man. It's really good. However, I am warning you viewers, there's a lot less superhero action that you might think. It's not really about like superheroes. It's about a guy with superpowers trying to like act and stuff.
And
Yeah.
not let people know he has them.
Yeah, because, so there's this whole thing, and I'm leaving it up to you guys to watch it, but, basically, there's the Mandarin guy, Trevor Slattery, meets the main character, Simon, and they become friends, and they're both actors, so they're basically just trying to get roles in a remake of an 80s superhero movie called Wonder Man, and, so it's basically just their journey. And there's
some hidden espionage kind of
Yeah.
stuff to it too as
yeah,
well.
but
that's the main
I won't
idea.
spoil too much.
Yeah,
You
don't
guys
spoil
can
it, 'cause
watch it.
I have not watched it yet.
crazy.
Oh, yeah,
I'm the odd man out here.
Yeah,
this
we
year.
both have watched it, and you
Yeah.
have not.
Outsider,
Exactly.
pointing at you with
Let's
my
make fun
foot
of him,
right
make him
now.
feel different.
So, Wonder Man's really good. It's 8 episodes. Each episode is like 30, 35 minutes, something like that. But yeah, I highly recommend it. It's really interesting. It's really emotional. There's that emotional appeal. But yeah, so that's kind of just the stuff I've been watching recently.
Perfect.
Awesome.
All right, Rob, we have finished our conversation on Spaceballs, one of the all-time classic movies.
Absolutely. Thank you for Mr. KittyKaiju for sticking around and enjoying this movie with
We're
us.
gonna have to get a better movie for him next time. I wish he liked this one more, but that's okay. That's okay.
He liked it well enough.
Yeah. I just wanted to just say it was
Oh,
perfect.
I know how that goes.
But we do need our listeners to keep contributing. Otherwise, we're going to think that we are surrounded by assholes, and we don't want to be in that boat. So if you guys are listening and you haven't already liked the podcast, please do. If you haven't subscribed to the podcast, please do. And leave us a 5-star review if you can, because if you do, we'll read it live on air someday. Don't forget, you guys can reach out to me and Rob and email at carrayrob@gmail.com. And you can reach out to us on Blue Sky at carrayrob.
Absolutely. We are now on Facebook and Instagram, so by all means go and follow us on both of those platforms to find out all the cool things we are doing over there. If there is a comment section on whatever platform you're on, by all means let us know what you think of Spaceballs. Tell Mr. KittyKaiju that he should have enjoyed it more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles.
That's how it goes.
If you will. But we will be back next week with our brand new episode of Say Hello to My Little Film, kicking off the month the way we always do, and it will be Back to Me.
And supposedly you are going to be challenging me, potentially.
I am. No, it's not even potential. It is a definite. But we'll see. You might like that.
I'll shock you.
I know you shocked me last month, or this month, I should say. So we'll see if you shock me next. Then we will be back in 2 weeks with the April, right? April, yeah. April's episode of A Copy of a Copy, where we are going to be watching The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and The Good, the Bad, and the Weird.
I love the good, the bad, and the ugly.
I
and
know.
I like things that are weird.
Well, there you go. So there's a good possibility you're going to like that remake. Then we will be back the week after. We'll be back to Ray, in his episode of Say Hello to My Little Film. I have no idea what he's going to bring me.
And I'm keeping it a secret.
Yep. That's the way we do things here. And then we were going to be wrapping up the month with our episode of Hello Movies, my old friend, where Ray and I are going to be revisiting the Clint Eastwood crime drama, A Perfect World.
Isn't it? But it's time we start talking about some good old-fashioned kidnapping.
Right? I mean, was he kidnapped? To be honest, I don't remember now.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he was kidnapped, but I can't remember if it was in like a nefarious way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the point. That's the point of the show.
That's the whole point of the show. So you are not gonna want to miss it. But until then, this is Car Ray Rob,
where I'm Ray
and I'm Rob. And remember, be defined by the films you love, not the ones you hate.
Hey there, it'll be just a little while till Ray and Rob spit their spittle. Come on, check out of the hospital. So grab